Welcome to the Unicorn Circuit, your weekly dose of car news, fanking, factual imperfections from around the world relating to legal issues.
Can we address the elephant in the room?
And other, well, soon.
Can we?
Welcome
No,
to
the
2025,
elephant. No,
everybody.
the elephant.
I've been
Before
overseas.
we need to go back.
Martin's been out and
I
about.
got so sick overseas. Can we talk about something
You've
else
been
quickly?
blasting yourself
Oh my
silly,
God.
haven't you?
10 full days of
10 full days.
Like, I lost like a good percentage of my body weight. I got sick.
I went to America, Martin.
Some kind of parasite, I don't know what it was. Congratulations. Can we talk about
The
the elephant?
long pink parasite.
Has anyone else noticed who's just tuned in? They're like, where the is the crowd?
What crowd?
Like, where's the... Well, last Unicorn, there was like, I don't know, 38 viewers, at least 38
Was
viewers. Live ones. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
End of last year?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we did a live Unicorn circuit. That was pretty epic, and it was a lot of fun, a lot of organisation to get happening. So thank you to anyone who attended. We hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun, and sponsorships open now for anyone who would like to sponsor
a live show
because it costs a heap of money.
It did cost a lot of money.
But
we did it
very,
proper.
very
We
fun.
got staging. We got staff.
Yep.
There was food and drinks.
Had a great time.
There was a big screen.
Yeah.
Everyone got like a gift.
Yeah, and like who'd have thought on the internet that's not a great business model? It's a good way to lose a lot of money.
I had fun.
I had such a good time. It was great.
I had a
It
great
was really
time.
good. And also it was just cool, good Unicorn vibes. And it was great special, and it will be something at some stage that we'd love to do again. As
Episode
like
200 we'll do even bigger.
A specialty thing, even bigger.
Yeah. We'll do it from like the top of the Harbour Bridge or something.
And actually get some Unicorn homies out. I mean, with 38 viewers, maybe if they bring a friend each, we'd get like 74 viewers. 76 viewers, I knew
Is
that.
it 76?
I'm so bad
No,
at that
it's
kind of maths.
72.
I'm all right at percentages. Percentages are pretty good.
Anyway, well, it's great to hang with you again.
It is.
2025 is here. January is normally quiet for you on the Mighty Carmel's channel, but busy for us because we plan lots of stuff. We did a bit of travelling. I've been doing a bit of driving, playing around with some cars. I went to America. I went to New York. I went to Catskills, which is exactly, it sounds like a cat that can do stuff.
Cat skills,
Literally
not
called
the cat's gills, as in can breathe
No,
water.
Catskills I went
Cat
to.
skills. It sounds like cat skills.
My
to me.
sister's Jeep
You
leaked.
saw the big time dudes.
My sister's Jeep leaked oil everywhere,
Yeah, that
all over the
sounds
snow.
fun. Yeah.
And then so she was late to go to the next place. Went to Miami, that's a cool place, heaps of supercars over there. Went to Palm Springs, checked out some desert.
Yeah.
I went to LA and was going to meet up with Freiberger, but that's the day that
the
fires
fires,
kicked
yeah.
off.
Sorry.
I was even going to go and say good day to Jonathan LaPaglia, but everyone's packing up their houses trying to leave. But I did manage to meet up with the big time boys and ride some bikes around at quite high speed around the block.
This sounds great.
And ate some tacos.
Fantastic.
And had some good conversations about fun and frivolity that will come at you in the future. Where'd you go, Martin?
I went to a Pacific island and I drank some water.
Do you not
and
want
I
to say its
think-
name in case
No, it's not fair.
you're held in disrepute?
No, it's not fair. I don't want to name names of Pacific Islands. I went to Pacific Island and drank some water. I think the water was a bit dodge, and then spent the remaining 10 days in one room.
It might have had a lizard's gizzard
One
in it.
room of a house that you can probably work out what room that is for pretty much 10 days straight. And I was in hospital 3
Was
times.
it the kitchen, Martin?
Huh?
Was it the kitchen?
No, I was in hospital 3 times with fluids. Like, that's how bad it was.
Oh, wow.
Bad.
I shouldn't joke
But
about
I'm
that.
fine. No, I'm fine now. Yeah.
How did they get the fluids into you? Did I tell you about the time I met Betty
No.
who was going to make me relax at the hospital? Have I told you about that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I went for a procedure and they were trying to do something to me which I didn't like. And so this nurse told me that she was going to go and get Betty, who was another nurse.
Yeah.
And her exact words were, she said, Betty will make you relax. But she said it with such aggression that I just tightened up even more. And then Betty did come over and she made me relax, man.
Really?
She was hardcore.
Do you remember it?
I was scared.
Yeah, okay.
I was actually scared for my safety.
I've been
Because
very lucky.
they arrived at my bed, sorry, the last thing
No,
I'll
no,
say.
tell me.
Have you ever seen, like, if you and I are doing the lawn at home or something, you wear some goggles, you wear a little bogan hat, you know some people put down the visor?
Yeah.
Betty came to my bed with one of those visors on. And I was like, what do you think is about to happen that would require that? She needed a new visor after.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Is this a car show, Martin?
It's a car show, but we're just talking about us because it's been a while. But I've been very lucky. I've spent very little time in hospitals and doctors over my whole life.
Not in the last
I think
week.
I've been under anaesthetic like once in my whole life ever, and that was in the last couple of years. Anyway, I was really dehydrated because I couldn't keep any fluids in. It was a bad time, and so they put fluids into your body via a needle and a bag, right? Which I know everyone's like, yeah, but I've never had that before, ever. And
really?
I was really thirsty and really dehydrated. And then they plug these fluids into you. And then all of a sudden you're not thirsty and not dehydrated anymore, but you haven't anything to drink.
Yeah,
it's a real trippy feeling.
There's another way of doing that.
Which is?
It's quite dangerous.
Okay, no, don't tell me about it.
Okay.
It probably happens in an ice bath or something.
No, but
I'm not sure we get away with this conversation with 38 people all standing here. This is the intimacy, isn't it, of this medium?
But there's a way of consuming liquids without doing it via your mouth.
Oh.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Is that what it's called?
Just blank that, because it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
I've never done
definitely beat what I just said,
All
which
right.
was...
Martin, anyway, we've got a massive show.
We've got the biggest show. We're going to make it short, but we're also going to fit everything in, which might actually make it long, or potentially medium-sized, because we're going to try and make it short and it's going to be long.
Martin, unfortunately, as we're about to discover in the news, we've lost a viewer.
No,
we will be losing a
to
viewer.
lose a
We're going
viewer.
to lose a viewer.
One of you.
One of you watching now, unfortunately,
probably not be watching
will
anymore.
not be watching again by Monday next week. Let's get into that in the Unicorn News. Kicking off the Unicorn News, we've got an exciting opportunity that we hope that at least one of you is going to take us up on.
Which is why we're talking about it here. I feel like this is the place.
This is the place.
This is the people.
They are the persons.
Yes.
Yes. We would like you to come and work here with us. True. This is a great opportunity. We have a full-time position available for a production assistant here working with us in Sydney, Australia. The main Mighty Carmels videos, we make them, so those are fine. But there's lots of other stuff that needs to be done, like
this.
The Unicorn Circuit, cut down socials and things like that. So we're looking for someone who's keen, enthusiastic, and excited about YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You already know how to do some basic
all the
editing.
socials.
This is not going to be one of those situations, because I've seen what jobs look like when they're looking for editors and producers and stuff. It's like, must have 5 years experience or must have worked with channels with millions of subscribers. That is not the case, but there are a few things that you probably should know. You got to know a little bit about the YouTube space, of course. We work with an Apple ecosystem, iPhones. It's great for like airdropping things and sharing files and stuff around. You've got to know how to edit in Final Cut Pro. Driving cars and knowing about cars would be super handy for you as well, because it's like car things that we do, helping setting up shoots, making social content. So if you're keen, we would love to hear from you. This is what we want. Make us a little video of yourself, 60 seconds, point the camera at yourself, introduce yourself, let us know where you're up to, what you're doing, and then include at the end of that video a little reel of some of your stuff. Give us an example of some of the things that you've made.
The job is in Sydney, Australia, so you're going to need to be here.
Yep, you're going to need to be here, and you'll be working with us. We are not here every single day, but you probably will be, which means sometimes I guess you'll be on the driving simulator or hanging out with some other legends that are around the place. So if you would like an opportunity to come here and work on the world's best four-wheel driving show, the Unicorn Circuit and Mighty Car Mods, info@theunicorncircuit.com. Submissions will close Monday, the 3rd of February. That's Monday next week.
Put in the subject, job yo.
Yeah, do
So
job yo. We probably won't, if there is more than one of you, we may not be able to get back to all of you, but we will look at all of the submissions. If there's no video, we won't take the submission, because it's a visual based space that we're kind of working in, so we can't just go, hey guys, I'll send you something later. You've got a few days to put yourself something together, make it good, show off your skills, and let us know what it is that you're interested in. So a video of yourself, introducing yourself, include in that video after that a few skills, and make sure you meet that criteria of knowing about the Apple ecosystem. Sorry, it's just the space that we're in, and also that you know about Final Cut Pro and the different social media spaces.
We might all learn something.
And we can teach you some stuff as well. It's not like a senior position. It's a junior position, which means that there is capacity for you to learn and for us to impart stuff. Or some of the other incredible people that we get to come and work with us and help us with things to learn things. So it's a great opportunity. And unlike most jobs that are normally in this capacity, the sort of, we'll call you if we need you, we don't need you for a few weeks, this does give you some kind of permanency, as long as you can keep your job. And you'll keep your job because you're a freaking legend. I hope.
That's it. That's the opportunity. So we might lose a viewer, but at the same time might get an expert as well, a legend on the other side of it, which will make it better for everyone. Now we need to kick into the news. This is a very important...
Can I just say, sorry, the reason that we're going to lose them as a viewer is because they'd be here watching it in real life. Instead of us sitting here by ourselves with a camera on a tripod,
correct,
they would be here and probably not need to watch it again on the internet. So they would still technically be a viewer.
That's right.
We would have an audience of one.
Yes. That's right. Should we kick into actual car news now?
Let's do it. What do you got, Martin? I've got nothing. There's some electric cars have come out.
Yeah,
some have been recalled.
A lot of the time we'll go through the news and invariably we'll be like, there's nothing. But sometimes you dig and sometimes there's a cool story like this one. And I guess this is PR piece, but I still think it's cool as. So I think this, which we'll put on the screen, I think this is a cool looking car.
That looks good.
That's a Corvette, what is it? Corvette ZR1. Not a new car necessarily, but the 2025 one looks pretty amazing.
Looks great.
This one, twin turbo, double overhead cam,
Yes.
flat plane crank V8.
Yes.
Makes 1,064 horsepower from the factory. Like, what world are we in? 826 feet of torque. It's the most powerful V8 ever made in the USA by a USA company, and an 8-speed DCT. It's like just instant gear changes. What's cool about this is, though, so VIN 001, the first one of the 2025, was put at auction at the, what do they call these? They're called Barrett-Jackson, very popular in America, Barrett-Jackson auction, and they decided to donate all the proceeds from that to the Red Cross, which they put towards various disaster relief, of which there's been a little bit of lately in the USA. The $3.6 million, and some business person just bought it and went, yep, I'll have that, thanks, and they've got the first one. So that's always going to be a collector's edition. I reckon it looks cool, man.
I think it looks very cool.
Like it's wild, like in a way, like an NSX or something.
We need that, though, because the amount of generic robot vomit just coming out, looking through the news, just electric this, electric that,
SUV,
like it's not
346k
good.
range.
And in fact, probably because people love the drama, the most interesting piece of kind of electric-related news is that people think it's not really something I'm fully riding the wave on, but because Elon Musk has been in the news a lot lately, there is many people suggesting that his activities and political leanings are damaging his brand as Tesla.
Yep.
And so I think it was the guy from... what's the company that Volvo owns? Polestar?
Yeah,
Is that
Polestar.
Volvo?
Yeah.
I think it was like the CEO of Polestar is just like, they're actually seeing a lot of people going, I actually don't want a Tesla anymore. I don't want to drive it.
Yep.
Because like horses for courses, everyone's got their opinions about different things, and like so be it, that's fine. But there's certain political leanings that some people have that are into electric cars that may not align with other ones. And so they're going, I don't want to drive this because it looks like I'm now supporting the views of this person, in which I don't share their views, but I still want an electric car. So now the interest for other non-Tesla electric cars is great. What I'd suggest, though, is there's probably even more interest now in Tesla cars because Elon Musk has been so public and forefront for so many people.
Correct. And I find this interesting because I think Tesla is not the man necessarily, like as in Elon Musk is a big part of Tesla, but he didn't actually invent them necessarily.
He didn't start the company,
but he's been the CEO. He bought into it early on, I believe. Okay. Sorry if I got my facts wrong. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of Tesla people and he's become part of them very early on, like 20 years ago. 2003, I think that actually became a thing. Anyway, it's how much you can inflate that brand and that person together, and we have this very much this startup and CEO culture where, you know, Tim Cook's the Apple guy, and the guy I should be able to remember his name, the guy that runs NVIDIA is the NVIDIA guy, and they attach these people and they worship them like gurus, right? So that was always the case a lot with Tesla early on before it blew up politically. It was more like I'm climate change and climate action, and Elon Musk, that was actually his thing. It was like, we're going to fix climate change and sell you cars. But then everything kind of flipped and whatever. And I was thinking about this myself because I've owned a Tesla for like nearly 5 years. And at the time, I didn't buy it thinking about Elon Musk. So right now, I wouldn't sell it thinking about Elon Musk. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But then again, if you very much identified the person and the machine together, maybe it would be a very personal, big deal for you. And those people, I think that would be tough to go, oh, we've gone from this to, like, we've changed completely, flip side of whatever we've done. And how does that make me feel like a car I drive to the grocery shop in? I don't know.
Martin, you know how electric cars have got to have kind of like fake noises and stuff? Or they don't have to, but when they're reversing,
Mine doesn't, but yeah.
I thought, don't they have to have a noise?
Depends where you are. They do have rules about being able to hear it. Mine's an early enough that it doesn't have any of that.
Okay, so obviously that's something that some of them have to do, but what some people have tried to do, like with the Ioniq 5N, is add engine noise and stuff in there. This is not car-related news, but as we know, technology changes everywhere. Kirin, that makes beer...
Don't they own most of the beverages in the world? Or
Martin,
Asahi or whatever?
They're about to own your taste buds. They have invented the Kirin salt spoon. Now, the salt spoon already exists in Japan.
Yep.
And like fake engine noise in a car, it's fake salt taste on an electric spoon. And it makes a umami salty taste by somehow causing using electricity. It kind of ionizes it somehow. It's equipped with technology that enhances the salty taste perceived when eating low sodium foods by 1.5 times to 2 to 3 times.
It's like biohacking.
And so basically, you're able to have people eat food that feels delicious, fake engine noise, but the actual salt makeup is not in there, which means it's not going in your body.
Yep. Like a sugar-free drink, man.
That is crazy, man. Because we could get to a point where you just eat a thing of gruel and you go, I want it to taste like this, and just eat it.
That's absolutely where we're going.
And it makes it taste like that's in your face. Just like with the Ioniq 5N, you can go, I want it to sound like a spaceship, I want it to sound like an engine, I want fake gear changes. It's happening everywhere.
All my Tesla does is at Christmas time, you press down a button and say ho, 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 and it turns the whole screen into a Santa sleigh with reindeers and snow. And people walking by on the street look like elves. And cars look like other sleighs and stuff.
That's
like
stupid.
It's so dumb. And all the whoopee cushion, like, you know, what is going on? I have a feature on a car that I saw, and I thought of you straight away, and I went, he's going to love this feature. Tell me if this is not the best feature you've seen on a car in recent history.
Okay,
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So
does that screw in or fold up?
No, that's part of the car. That's part of where the blinker thing goes there.
What sort of car is that?
That is a Bronco Sport. We don't get these in Australia.
Broncos. I saw them in America.
There you go. I knew you liked them.
I was like, that is fat.
Yeah.
And looks well. And so you're obviously seeing Jeeps going around.
Yep.
The Bronco. I don't know much about Broncos. Sorry, because it's not
Ford,
a thing that
right?
we have here.
Ford Bronco from the 60s or whatever.
They look so good over there. And anyone I was with, it was like those Broncos look great.
Yep.
Now a tie-down point on the side of it like that. That's just
interesting,
smart.
hey, like for kayaks and other stuff,
Bikes.
like how do you normally tie things down? And it also keeps it away from the paint. I mean, it looks at the top there like it's going to hit your A-pillar. But I thought you would like that. Here's the other thing.
I do like it.
This
That's
is
fantastic.
the bit I love about this as well is the copy that they write. So you go to like the Ford newsroom. I want to read you some of the copy.
Go, I'm ready.
Like what generation of person wrote this? Bronco Sport customers love the outdoors and go off-roading 3.5 times as often as owners of competitive vehicles and camping twice as often. Number one. The Bronco Sport Badlands and Badlands Sasquatch are especially capable, thanks to the new Rally Goat, goes over any type of terrain mode.
Goes over any terrain, goat.
Yeah, goat.
Okay.
Like
marketing department in full swing.
But also like Sasquatch, like you can get the Sasquatch kit, and that's like metal bumpers and stuff.
So I wonder if that's because
there's
a Sasquatch game that anytime I go to the App Store, there's a Sasquatch game. I don't know what the game is.
Sasquatch or something?
Yeah, which is different to I think that's a different one.
That's not on the App Store.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
So, but Sneaky Sasquatch, it says, be a Sasquatch and run around. I don't know if that's an adult's game or a kid's game, but do you think it's possible that that game's so popular that they go, let's call our car the same thing to try and like port people from a game to... I'm just getting too conspiratorial.
I think it also is interesting that Sasquatch is like not a thing here. Like in the US, it's like, oh, he's Bigfoot, he's a Sasquatch. This mythology that just does not exist.
Right. Oh, okay.
But in maybe this has more context. Maybe makes more sense in North America.
Sasquatches aren't real, by the way. They're as real as flat Earth is not real.
But you don't know.
I do know because there's tracking now with the satellites.
What?
In the fluoride, they know that they.
Oh, because the Sasquatch drinks fluoro when it brushes its teeth, and then
it doesn't brush teeth, but it has to drink water. And the fluoride, the government's tracking us via nanotechnology in the water. We know that.
But they put the fluoride in the water after they suck it out of the dam or whatever. Like the Sasquatch just goes out. He doesn't get the fluoride.
No, because the Sasquatch is like going to campsites and taking
people's bottled water.
Like that. Yeah. And so they can track if there's a Sasquatch around or not. Anyway, we digress. Martin, have you finished all that whatever you've got to say?
Yeah, I have.
All right, cool. Let's get into, is that even legal? Is Is That Even Legal is the segment of the show where we explore different legal rules and conundrums from around the world. But before we get into that, I do have one more piece of news. At the end of last year, Marty and I made a feature film, Seed of the City, where we drove a couple of mad little Japanese nuggets across Tasmania. The Copen, Martin.
The Copen didn't even make it home.
It didn't even make it home.
And there's such a nice story about that. Does anyone remember the video where we took some fans out for a VIP day?
That was so good.
That was the best VIP-ness experience ever. But basically, Zane, who won the experience,
he won a day with us hanging out. Basically.
He did, and then they had like a spare day before they had to fly home, and so I gave him the Copen and said, just like go head for the hills, like go on a mad drive. And so they took the Copen out. And he's like, I love this car, man. I love it. If you ever sell, let me know. He happens to live near the ferry. So we got talking, and I'm like, well, I'm driving past your house, man. And on
the way back, it got dropped off. So the Copen's gone, and it feels like it's probably the right time also, after bringing it as far as we have, to say farewell to the Daihatsu Midget 2. So I had a great time driving around, and it's time, though, to release it back into the wild. We've put it up on the Mighty Car Mods website. A quick note, the amount on there is just, all the details are there. Everything you need to know, photos and everything there. There's just a deposit on the shop which secures the car, and then we can work out the rest later. But I'm putting a link down below. Midget is available, and really excited for one of you to end up in it.
Would love to, but can't keep them all. Even little midgets like that take up big parking spots, so it's got to go.
And there's new things coming, so I'm pretty excited about that. Anyway, check out the Midget. It's down below. Martin, laws.
Yes.
Do you said that you liked drinking when you're thirsty already? Mm-hmm. So you like drinking water, don't you?
Correct, yes.
Martin, do you like other creatures that drink water?
Yes.
Do you like camels?
Yes.
If you owned a camel, would you like to walk it?
Yes.
Would you like to walk it down the street?
Yeah.
Would you like to walk it down the street in America?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to walk it down the street in California somewhere?
Yeah.
Would you like to walk it down the street? Would you like to walk your camel down the street in Palm Springs in America and California?
Yeah.
Would you like to walk your camel down the street in Palm Springs in California in America between 4 and 6 o'clock in the afternoon?
That'd be the best time to do it. Dude, that was amazing.
It's illegal.
Did you make this up?
No, this is true. It's illegal, man.
You were there.
I went there. I saw it with my own eyeballs, which is why this week's Is It Even Legal is a Palm Springs special. It is illegal to walk a camel down Palm Canyon Drive between 4 and 6 p.m. So don't do it.
You get busted. Next up, everyone, speaking of busted, we are doing car window shopping.
It's a new section where we look at cars for sale on the internet, and Marty will show you ones that he thinks are good, and I'll show you one too.
This week on car window shopping, I've picked something a little bit more obscure. I've used the advanced controls, and I have decided to do 5-cylinder and 6-cylinder only.
Ooh.
Manual only.
Ooh.
Front-wheel drive only.
Oh.
Disappointment's real. Partly just to see what's out there, because it's kind of a weird...
weird beard cars, dude.
Exactly. And
6-cylinder front-wheel drive manual cars will be weird beard extravaganza.
I just want to say, one of the fastest street cars I've ever driven, actually 2 of the fastest, like, normal street cars I've ever driven
Golf R?
were V6 front-wheel drive cars. I drove a Honda, some sort of Honda Accord thing that was V6 front-wheel drive manual, and I drove a Toyota Camry V6 manual, and they are deceptively fast for what they are. So anyway, so that'll be interesting. But there's also a lot of rubbish like this, which we'll kick off with, which is a 2002 Alfa Romeo Spider, 6-cylinder, 3-litre, front-wheel drive, 22 grand.
Doesn't look bad.
Not terrible.
Doesn't look good.
There's a lot of these, a lot of foci, because I did 5 and 6-cylinder. So we've got the 5-cylinder 2.5-litre turbo petrol engine that came out in the Focus, and also the Volvos.
That's cool.
For 9 grand, that's not bad. That's through a dealer as well, so that's reasonable. A Tiburon in black. As if you're not turning that into a Ferrari, like a fake Ferrari. Like, look at it. It just screams mini Ferrari, but also $11,000 at a dealer. I'm not so sure.
That's a lot for a car that's almost 20 years old.
2.7-litre front-wheel drive. The manual Volvos obviously come up. The Volvos come up. I'm surprised that they're manual, but then I'm also not, because in Europe manuals are way more common.
Is that the car that was in Twilight? Is that a little hatchback thing with a dual
I don't know.
dual exhaust tip?
The what?
What car was...
Oh.
Keep going. I'm pretty sure Volvo had
so
a car. I've never seen
This
it.
is 5-cylinder 2.4 litre. I believe the 5 cylinders came out with a bunch of different ones, actually, like slightly different capacities, but the B series Volvo engine or whatever it is. Kind of interesting. Another
Typing
one is,
the two words
actually,
Volvo and Twilight killed my computer.
proving the point, though, is a 5-cylinder 2.3 litre Volvo. So this is a 1996 Volvo 850 in manual. These actually have a bit of a cult following, and $20,000. $20,000 for a 30-year-old car. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, in manual.
People like Volvos, though.
These started
Weird
coming up
stuff.
too, 5-cylinder Volkswagens, Caravelles. So a lot of these are camper vans that people have converted. Look at that, $7,000
that's
for a
pretty
camper
good.
van. Not too bad. A Passat as well, 2.8 litre 6-cylinder Volkswagen. Also weird bit engines. Why do these ones exist, people? If you're in Germany or something, is that you want a 6-cylinder front-wheel drive manual? It seems an unusual car to buy in Australia. I feel like in Germany or somewhere else that's more common. 2004 MG ZT. I have a feeling these were another car. These were like a rebadge of something else.
It looks like a Proton or something.
It looks
which is
a bit like a Mitsubishi Magna and a Chrysler had a awful love child thing. But yeah, 6-cylinder 2.5 litre, 14 grand MZT. This is just incorrectly listed, which I thought was interesting. So it's an 81 Cortina. So that's nearly 40 grand, but someone's listed it incorrectly as front-wheel drive. And I wonder if anyone searching rear-wheel drive is not seeing this because it's wrong. That's why I included it. 1995 Mazda MX-6. I remember the ones before these were pretty cool because they were turbo. These were not. These were 2.5 litre 6-cylinder. I'm pretty sure the same sort of 2.5 litre Mazda engine that they used in heaps of other stuff.
Mazda 6 is over now, mate. Production has ceased.
Completely?
Yeah, I think it's all over.
Oh.
That was sad. I wrote the music for Mazda 6. I think it's
2003
gone now forever.
Volkswagen Transporter.
Goodbye.
Look at that. Look at that mad like tray setup and everything in that camper van. Also cheap. I guess people drive around Australia and then dump them. This is kind of cool. 1996 Volkswagen Golf. 6-cylinder 2.8 litre petrol VR6.
That's cool. Mark 3.
Yeah. Awesome. We've also got a Saab 9.3,
Mark III,
6-cylinder
Mark
2.8 litre turbo petrol front-wheel drive.
Saabs.
Pretty cheap.
Saabs are
$8,000.
weird, I like
We're
them
into
too.
the real cheap stuff now though. 1997 Mitsubishi Magna, 3 litre 6-cylinders. These
That was
were
like every mid-level
everywhere.
executive car in the late 90s,
These
wasn't it?
things were everywhere, but they weren't manual. I guarantee that is fast, which you'd be surprised. Speaking of fast, I finish it on the best one, which is a 6-cylinder, 3-litre Camry for $2,000 with 368,000 Ks. And I have a feeling that's how far it is to the moon. So well done, Camry. You've done a good job. And that's car window shopping.
Great. Martin, I've found you a car.
Oh, you did?
Yep. Let me just show you the engine bay first.
Hey, it's a Gemini.
How did you know?
By the heater box that's not there. It's missing a heater box. Oh my goodness.
Look at this, Martin.
Wow.
Why did you make your own when this one is all ready for you to go?
That looks like a decent setup. It's got a lot of work still in front of it.
There's a lot of work done to it already.
Is it expensive?
$36,000.
36,000?
$36,000. Cheap.
Is it cheap?
It was 45.
Okay.
So that's cheap.
Is that cheap?
Let me just run through some of the
There's
details
a lot
on
of
here,
work in
Martin.
that, I guess.
Yeah, but says it's good for 500 rear wheel horsepower.
Yeah, okay.
Which is, I would argue that's too much actually after driving yours.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of people
Mine's
out there like,
300
what
and
do you mean it's too much?
Already too much.
Anyway, flex tune. Look at all the.
It's
I mean,
got
look,
LSD.
it's got heaps of
stainless
mods.
exhaust. Yeah,
Full
okay.
exhaust, full respray, green paint job, rebuilt
Rebuilt
suspension. Says don't need to sell it. Would prefer to keep it, but if the money's there, then I just might. I kind of don't love it when people say that kind
Why
of
is
thing.
that? I see that a lot.
Because I just like to know whether it's on or not. I like to know whether
right.
I'm in for a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It says, by the way, I haven't even driven it yet, but I'm sure it'll be a handful. So that's honest.
It's tough. You never get to that point of finishing the build and the satisfaction of driving it for the first time. That is a huge thing. So it's a tricky one, but I get it. Life changes and things change. Next up, we have tinfoil hat cat. This week on Conspiracy Hat Cat, because it is episode 151 and the beginning of a new year, we need to talk about conspiracies, people. We need to talk about what they actually are. Now, this is not going to be a deep dive.
Do we need to, Martin?
I knew you wouldn't like it. I'm just going to hit you with a couple of little statements that I want you to carry with you as you read about conspiracies and you also listen to this segment of the show, because I'm aware that by perpetuating conspiracies, we can also be contributing to some of the problems with conspiracy.
Don't get like that, mate.
No, here you go.
Don't get weird.
No, I'm not getting weird. I just want to read you the definition of a conspiracy.
Okay.
All right? So, a conspiracy is a belief that some secret but influential organisation or person is responsible for an event or a phenomenon. Which is pretty much textbook what we normally say is happening.
Yeah, but then what do you call a flat earther? Are they secret or influential?
So the term generally has a negative connotation, which I would agree. Occasionally we have some positive ones. Generally it's negative. Someone's out to get you or to steal your information. And the implication is that the appeal of a conspiracy theory is based on prejudice, emotional conviction, or insufficient evidence. Mm-hmm. And I reckon that there's probably something in that as well. A little bit.
The other one on that is it's a quick buy-in to a tribe.
Yes.
Is what I would say.
Absolutely.
We're very like tribal natured people are, and sometimes if you know, there's some people who are into skateboarding, some people are into cooking, some are into gardening, some are into CrossFit, some are into cameras, some are into bushwalking, whatever it is. If you don't have a thing and you go, you know what, I reckon the government's doing insert whatever, and you Google it, there will be a group of people there that will all feel very self-vindicated. It might be true, it might not be true, but you can instantly go, I don't buy into that, and you're instantly part of the club. You didn't have to do anything. You do a Google, didn't whatever.
Yes.
You didn't have to become an Olympic rower. You didn't have to become a chef. You just get an instant tribe of people that share the same belief as you.
It's worth mentioning, and I hadn't thought about this, that a conspiracy and a conspiracy theory are two different things as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
Conspiracies generally, like even the most simple ones, are generally pretty hard to conceal and usually fall apart and experience unexpected problems. Like think about any sort of thing that's been, the lid's been blown off from government, whether it's, back in the Watergate or something, those kind of conspiracies, they fall apart. This is the thing, like, we often talk about this. If like, everyone is in on it and not a single person just told their neighbour or told their missus or told their mate that actually it's BS. And they're all in it and everyone's perfectly concealing that information. Yeah. Like, if we actually believed and knew that the world was flat and had irrefutable evidence, but we just didn't tell anyone.
But I think some people know it's fake, but affects them anyway. Like, pass me the water for a sec. Just there. Thank you. Right, because it's very hot. But if I go like that...
Oh, it's so hot. Now I have to go to hospital.
It was cold water. That was cold water. No, but see, there was nothing there. That was fake water.
Yeah.
But for a little moment, if we slowed down in time, do you feel like you felt the reaction as if you were getting watered?
Yes.
So I reckon that's a conspiracy theory.
Oh.
Because you know it's not real.
Yeah.
You couldn't feel it.
Yeah.
But you felt as if it was real.
Yeah.
And some people, that's a currency that I reckon.
And I want to be your mate. And if I go, no, your water's not real, and then we're not mates anymore.
Well, I don't think it's about being mates. I think it's about that for that split second, your brain thinks it was real. And then your brain gets some currency out of that. What are we talking about?
There's one quote I want to give you. This is from a guy called Michael Barker.
No one's going to apply for our job anymore.
That's fine. Conspiracies are often presented as special, secret knowledge unknown or unappreciated by others, right? Secret knowledge. For conspiracy theorists, the masses are a brainwashed herd, while the conspiracy theorists are in the know and they can congratulate themselves on penetrating the plotters' deceptions.
Why have people been pixelating feet on the internet? Have you seen that going around at the moment? Feet are being pixelated on the internet. Have you seen this yet?
I have seen pixelated feet, yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
Thought this was your segment.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just explaining some of the basics about conspiracy just so we don't get run away with like too much crazy. Because the world needs not... You don't
Fank
need
of the week.
Too much crazy.
Fank of the week.
One more. Second, conspiracies do, in an appealingly simple way, they divide the world sharply between the forces of light and the forces of darkness, and they all trace back evil to a single source, the conspirators and their agents, which I absolutely would agree with that one. Think about that for a second. There's always some evil cabal who are trying to steal your data. The problem with what that example is they often are actually trying to steal your data. Data's a bad example because... Anyway, I would suggest having a read up on how they came to be and how they exist and apply that knowledge to when you hear one, whether it's from us, which is nearly always. Did
you really lick my feet in that episode when you were being shushed by licking my foot?
I didn't lick it.
What, didn't it go in your mouth a little bit?
No, it didn't go in my mouth.
Just in and
your
around?
toe was on it. Dude, you need some moisturiser.
And on my feet. Fank of the week. Fanking is the delightful art of recontextualising your feet by taking a photo down near your crotch. Martin, this week we've got a bunch of mad fanking photos.
Dude,
and I'm just going to get straight into
I've worked
it.
out why they're pixelated. We'll talk about it next episode, but like I've worked out why they're pixelated now.
Like, close that website, please.
Oh, that's the
Martin,
it's a thing.
Martin, look at this one.
That's
Fank of the week, number
thing
one
is, the
is
thing.
this.
Sorry, go.
There we go. That's pretty good. Well done. I'm giving you the first Fank of the week. Well done, because it's using a Super Garage sticker. Well done.
Wow.
Martin, Dick Power. What is that thing?
That's a transformer.
Okay, good.
He's a robot in disguise. Yeah, he's a robot in disguise.
All right.
Oh, good.
Next. Dicklick Park. You could almost get a rectum out of that as well.
Play structure.
Well done.
Nice.
Next up.
There's
Very
been
well
a
done.
lot of this lately.
Very well done. And you know what? This person, they're going to be coming back shortly for another one.
All right.
So well done with Open Your Ladies. Martin, that's not for anal use. Why would it be? Why would what does that
What's
mean?
it supposed to say?
I don't know. I think the front of the sticker's been canal, maybe?
Yes. Must be.
Not for canal use?
Yes.
Next up, Martin. Fingers in. And almost little chopped fingers there. Now, this dude is wearing a black t-shirt, Martin, and he's wearing some little green cargo shorts here.
No foot though.
Yep. Is that me, Martin? Is that me?
Oh, are they Crocs?
He's wearing Crocs.
Well, then it's you.
Yep. Is the finger the same?
Sports mode or comfort mode?
Is the finger the same,
It is,
Martin?
yeah. Is that you?
That's not me.
Looks
Look
like
at the
you.
weird fingernail on it.
Looks like
compared
you.
to mine.
Oh no, his is different.
All right, thank you. All right, next up. White bits. Good job. What a funny
Fanking
thing.
just keeps evolving as well.
The Dick's collection.
I love them. Oh my god, get in my mouth right now.
What is it?
Those.
The Dick's collection?
No, the little mint sticks. Oh, this isn't being an 80s kid. That was like the only...
Were they the little
after dinner mint things,
after dinner mint that came in a square and you get
with
to
the
pull the
paper.
packet off and whatever?
Oh, so good.
Pretty much
I
the only
love
treat
them.
that I got.
Oh my god.
Pull your gentleman.
Well done.
Well done. Good job.
Golf clap.
Next up, King Dick. I put that in there because it reminded me of the dude that we met out in Western Australia who pulled his teeth out
I'll never forget that.
because the government was
parking on his roof.
tracking him. We parked on his roof.
I shaved, Tony.
That's very good. Martin, in America, I went down the cereal aisle just for the fun of it. The cereal aisle looks like the lolly aisle.
Yeah, it is.
The colours and all the stuff in it is so intense. And I tried eating like the healthy version of, they call it granola.
But it's
We
like
call it
40
muesli.
grams of sugar per serve.
So much,
Yeah, I know.
inedible.
Yeah, it is.
So what I had to do was put water on the cereal, rinse it around, tip the sugar out, and then that would get rid of some of it.
That's clever.
But it's like, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Do people eat it?
Yeah, because it doesn't sell if it's not sweet. And we've also been convinced that we should eat sweet, grainy stuff for breakfast. But it only exists because the sugar or the corn syrup that is used to sweeten all the sweeteners and the actual wheaty stuff is so dirt cheap to make. Like, it probably costs less than making the cardboard box.
And it's not like a European
And it
breakfast.
packages well, and it's like it's the opposite. We have it heaps in Australia as well, like a lot of sweet cereals. It's hard to get something that's not.
Not
But in
like
America,
over there, though.
it's next
There's
level,
hyper
man.
green and like booty dancers like on the cereal things, like, you know, that I guess are celebrities or something like that. European breakfast is obviously not that healthy either. I don't know. It's like, you know, Austria, Switzerland, Germany. It's bread, cheese, meats, and a coffee. You know.
Yeah.
But and so you know, there's processed meats, white breads, you know, whatever. But it's not as bad as just a box full of sugar. It's just I couldn't eat it.
I couldn't either.
I just couldn't eat it.
No, it's too much.
Anyway, the D down under. There you go. Well, that's a good one.
Macca's as well.
That's a good one.
Nice.
We're doing well. Oh, ass. Snack size mutton. Nut patties.
There was a cocknut there he missed as well.
Oh, yeah.
Snack size cocknut patties.
Yeah, well done.
Cocknut pat.
Fitness size gun for soothing massage.
Excellent.
8 different massage heads,
Okay.
which is pretty good. Martin, we're getting up near Fank of the Week here.
I'm keen.
Triple action throat relief. Don't know why it's triple, but Martin, we're ready for our first Fank of the Week, and we have 3 this week. So Martin, first Fank of the Week. Truly thick cock. Well done.
Not bad.
And good job. And I like
It's
your
white
short
and it's
jeans
white as
and
well.
brown socks.
Yeah.
So well done.
That's good. Is that
Martin,
you?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I knew that.
I wouldn't wear those.
I know.
Next up. Oh, Martin, I've been wearing the shoes you bought me.
I know, I noticed.
See? And because I'm not wearing them, I can show you that I've been wearing them. See?
Don't even have much scrapage on the back yet.
Yeah,
Like the,
I've been trying to walk with them carefully because I thought a lot about what you told me over the holidays, that you said that I'm a shoe hypermiler.
you are.
And I realised you're totally right.
I am.
Because when I walk, so every second day I walk like this and the other day I walk like that.
No, you don't. What?
Have you ever seen when I'm walking in the garage, I kind of do a half tippy toe?
No, I can hear you walk because I can hear your gait.
Do you know why you can hear me?
Why?
Because I'm only trying to use half the sole at a time, and then the second day, I'm not joking, and I use the other half to make them go for as long as I can. You know how you go, I've got a very specific
Yeah, I can
It's
tell
because I'm not doing this. I'm going and then the next time I'm walking like that to try and make them last as long as possible. It's the back there and the front that goes out.
Yeah.
So I realise if I only walk on the front and then only walk on the back, I should get twice the case.
That's great, man. I mean, look, the entire audience is asleep, even more than they were in me explaining conspiracies. But I'm glad we went there, and like I care about your shoes and your feet, and I care about this guy's feet too, which is why we're talking about the next
I think that was a girl. All right, next up, Martin. Penis. Very good. It's very good. That's and very clever.
Is this actual Fank of the Week now?
The next one is Fank of the Week, Martin. Give us a drum roll, please. Well done. All right.
Wowzers. Wowzers.
All right, it's time for mailbag. If you do want to send us something, you can send it to the Unicorn Circuit, PO Box 475, Sydney Markets, New South Wales 2129. We'll put the address down below. Have you applied for a job yet?
Merry Christmas from Shannon's Insurance. Thank you, Shannon's. That's very nice of you.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's awesome.
This one here is from Matt Wilmot from Gladstone. And it looks like, Martin, he might have sent us some rad little cars. We've got a custom Datsun 240Z Vintage Edition. And in here we have a RX-7. That's cool.
So fluffy.
And we have something interesting happening over there. And we have a little letter. It says, Marty and Moog, something for the collection. Love your work. Matt at CQ in the AU. Thank you very much for sending that over. Whoa, that's... Dude, was that like a promotional plate that came on the car when it first came out?
What is this? What
I reckon...
is this?
Is there a letter that comes with it, dude?
What is this?
Fair Lady Z. These look like legit promo plates.
They look real. Are they real?
They do look
After
real.
you, gents, Unicorn viewers 36 and 37 here. We've been fans of MCN since the driveway days and so proud to see amazing community you've helped build. I want to give you some presents to say thank you. This one in particular for you, Marty, I'm sure you can work out which is which. Quick background. Viewer 36 has been living in Japan for the last 7 years, and while doing some labouring, pulled down houses, found a stash of promo plates and brought them back with him when he moved to Australia a few months ago.
That is so cool.
Wow. He's asked me to write this letter and post the extras. We've kept one each for ourselves so you can find a good home for them. Anyway, I just want to say a huge thank you and all the amazing teams. This is amazing.
Martin, we can use these when we film videos.
Dude, these are legit.
Is it actually anonymous?
Yeah, it's actually anonymous.
So this one here, when we're filming March Super Turbo, we can use this.
Will you ever be able to use this, I wonder?
Soon. This heavy-duty car.
Look at this. This is sick.
Dude, look at the Fair Lady Z.
And it's like, I mean, I don't know how old that is. I mean, a dealership, I guess. But that's not, I don't think that's repro.
But,
that does not look like a reproduction.
But this is not the year 2000,
because that's not like a printed, that's not like a sticker. That's an actual...
No, it's been aged and it tastes old. And it's rusty a little bit. Thank you very much. That's really, really cool. I've never seen anything like it. That's a very, very special gift.
And we will use them. That is phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
Wowzers.
All right. What have we got here, Martin?
Ooh, this one's from Greendale.
From Greendale?
Wisconsin? Greendale?
From Greendale when they come around.
Thank you. If you post us something, I appreciate we're a long way away, and thank you so much for paying that postage. That's massive, but very much appreciated, and we love opening this stuff on the show.
What country is Greendale in, Martin?
This is in the United States of America. This person paid nearly $70 for postage.
US or Australian?
US.
Which is, our dollar's pretty bad at the moment, isn't it?
Yep.
Can I ask you about tipping quickly in America? A machine asked me for a tip, like a vending machine asked me for 20%. Are you meant to tip a robot? Because I didn't want to. I didn't want to tip it.
I've had some of the best service in America and Canada. Like, you know, table service, whatever. It's been some of the best I've ever experienced anywhere, and some of the worst. But generally, it's been good.
This here is from Christian Leinenbach from Prum,
That name is familiar.
which I think is in Germany. A welcoming hello to all my fellow 37 co-viewers and the whole MTM team. Thanks for your awesome year with many beautiful crap cars and hometowns. You guys are the best parasocial community on the internet. I was glad to see...
I like that. To say best parasocial community on the internet?
Yeah, yeah.
I love that he just owns it.
Yes.
But it's actually true. But it
Yeah.
can still bring you joy even if it's parasocial. You did a very interesting interview on ABC, All in the Mind. Is that what it's called?
It was a psychology podcast about parasocial relationships.
Have a listen.
We'll link
It's
it down
fascinating.
there. Thank you, Martin. I was glad to see you've enjoyed the Opel Cadet manual and the James Bond hero car that I've had sent to you.
Yes,
sent
I
to you.
thought I recognised that
Hence,
name.
I used all the premium candy that we have in Germany for crushing those precious goods. This time the package is flat, but not less in value. My gift combines three of the things that I like in this channel: purity, a simple life, gradual evolution. And here it is. Wow, I'm intrigued. It's wrapped. I'm sure it's going to be something.
What is this?
That is fantastic. It is a Lada Niva calendar with photos from Cuba.
Oh, stop it.
That's so cool. It says, might bring back some memories. For me, it would be awesome to see this hung up in the Classic MCM workshop, some kind of Easter egg for us genuine viewers. Maybe code word Easter egg to see if the circle likes my idea. Code word today will be Easter egg for 10% off the Mighty Car Mod shop. Easter egg, one word. My conspiracy of the day, we got lied about being 38 viewers. I've got the strong feeling there is one bot among us, and the one bot is spelt the same as the spelling of my number plate on my 180SX. The year's coming to its end and all the green hell is turning white. I wish everyone who sees this jolly holidays and a good start 2025. Stay safe and will always be 4mm of thread left on your winter tyres. Kisses on your south mouth from Laney.
This is cool.
Thank you very much. That's amazing. What have you got here, Martin? What's this?
Can you open that? I'm going to read the thing. This is from Tom Baker. G'day, boys. Dropping a line from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, America's Dairyland, where Wayne and Garth went to see Alice Cooper as depicted on that 70s show. I've sent you a sampling of Wisconsin cow output. Oh, dude.
He's included money.
What's this?
And Martin, what's this for?
What's this? That's for a Commodore. Hang on, we're getting there.
Commie cluster
I'm an
inside.
Aussie expat who, like Moog, grew up in the country and learned to drive as a kid on a farm ute. In 2023, inspired by your antics, I bought a ute sight unseen off Facebook Marketplace, a 2001 Holden Commodore ute with the LS1 V8. And in January 2026, it'll be old enough for me to ship it here to do skids in America. Oh, that's a good idea.
Cool.
Right now, it lives in the northern beaches. I've been having mates swing by and turn a wrench when they get a chance. I've included a spare gauge cluster fascia I plan to swap onto the car later. It would mean the world if you could sign it and add it to the interior and add to the stickers on the outside. Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Is it $20 for postage to send it back to him?
What a mad dog.
You did not have to do that.
I've thoroughly enjoyed your show.
Thank you very much.
And I watch your show whenever I get homesick. I know you guys have been seeing a lot of the world. At the end of the day, there's no place quite like Australia.
It's true.
I'd be sick if you guys would do something with a Commie or a Falcon.
We will.
He means
It'll
Commodore,
happen.
so relax, everyone.
And we will get that sorted. Thank you very
and
much.
there's photos repping his chop on the way to the Grand Canyon. It looks like a black Mini
It does.
with the chop fingers. And that's the Commodore Ute sitting outside.
Likes his black cars.
I need to know. I need to know what cow pie is.
Well, let's have these for random eat bag. Random Eat Bag is the segment of the show where we pull things out of a bag, and over the years of making this show, and it has been years, we have had all sorts of incredible things made by you, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your wives, your mums. Amazing bags such as this unicorn bag. We've got the little Super Turbo down there. For 2025, we're ready for another official food bag. We're not retiring these. We're just going to cycle through them. And it's your opportunity to create something that'll be seen by at least 38 people every week when we eat something out of it. It can be a unicorn. It can be any design you want. Do you want to make us something? Send it in. We will open it on the show and we will pull some food out of it. And you will see your handiwork enjoyed by 38 people from all over the world. And as such, to keep the dream alive... Hey, cow pie.
This is cow pie. What I've realised is it actually looks like a giant cow shit.
Oh, it's a cow patty.
But it uses Wisconsin milk and butter. So that's exciting, and I'm keen. and I'm going to try it.
2 servings per container. Have you got the caramel milk chocolate one?
I think they're all the same. It's a bit nutty by the looks of it.
I like a bit nutty, Martin.
I'm going to give it a go.
Thanks for sending that.
This was an extraordinarily enjoyable episode of the Unicorn Circuit. Thank you for everyone who's hung around.
Can you snap me off a bit of that big turd?
Just snap it off.
Did you say this was going to be a quick episode, Martin?
Yeah.
Oh, gooey.
Look at it.
Gooey. That's amazing.
That's really good. And not too sweet.
It's made by Baraboo Candy. Well done. That's delicious.
I could smash all of them. No problem.
Thank you very much for watching the show. There is a video coming out on the main channel in a couple of days.
Here is.
Throughout January, there's been some big kind of mega builds. We've been away, but we want something to kind of go out there. So we did these kind of mega builds where you could see these big compilations of things. We haven't been here. We're back now.
I also had people
ready
come
to
up.
kick on.
We've done a few mega builds over the years, but also people do come up to me in public, and this happened a few weeks earlier before the Gemini Mega Ep went out, and said, I'm waiting for the Mega Ep. Because he saw the car, and he's like, oh, it's the Gemini. I'm like, yeah, have you seen it? He goes, oh, I'm waiting for the Mega episode. I want to watch it all in one go together. That's the thing. You can often just, do the episodes back to back in a playlist, and there are playlists on that channel. But yeah, some people wait for the Mega Ep. So I'm like, well, you ask and you shall receive. So a Mega Ep you got, but only when the builds are finished does it make sense.
The latest 240Z one goes for 7.5 hours, which is probably why the view count is down a little bit.
Meh.
I saw some people in the comments go, that's my day at work, sort of. Anyway, so quick recap. We are looking for a production assistant to come and hang with us in Sydney, Australia. Full-time job. All the details are down below. Make yourself a video, include a little introduction of yourself, show us some of your work, Apple ecosystem. You'll also be hanging around with cars and doing cool stuff. The midget is available now.
Yep.
It is up on the Mighty Car Mod shop. If it says sold out, it means it's gone. It's basically set so that there's one of them available. That money on there is a deposit. It's a non-refundable deposit because otherwise we get people just wasting time and it causes all sorts of problems. So make sure you want it before you commit to it. But chances are by the time you click on this, it'll probably say sold out because it's a cool car and very recognisable. It's been great hanging out with you. Have a great week. Martin, have a lovely weekend and see you soon.
Unicorn Circuit.